Hello students, Standard 6 Geography, Chapter number 5 Temperature. Students, let us begin with the chapter. In your textbook, one experiment is given. So let us go through it. You can see the experiment displayed over here. Take a torchlight and keep it stable at one place. Take two large paper sheets, large enough to accommodate its entire beam. Paste the papers on two flat boards. Now, hold the board perpendicular to the beam, as shown in the figure. Draw the outline of the area lit up by the beam and name the paper A. Now, use the other paper. Hold it in such a way that it makes an angle of 120 degrees with the beam, as it is shown here. Now draw the outline of the area occupied by the beam and name the paper as B. Observe both the papers A and B. Now tell students, on which paper does the beam occupy a larger area? Now the answer to this question is, after performing the experiment, you can say the beam occupies a large area on the paper that is held in such a way that it makes an angle of 120 degrees with the beam. Now the second question, on which paper is the area smaller? The answer to this question is, the area is smaller on the paper that is held in such a way that it makes an angle of 90 degrees, that is perpendicular with the beam. Now the third question. Now what you do? Now change the angle between the beam of light and the paper. Observe the changes that occur in the area occupied by the beam of light. What is the relation between the angle of the paper and the area occupied by the beam? Now see, here in this question, two questions are asked. So we'll give answer to these questions. When the angle of paper with the beam is of less degree, the area occupied by the beam is smaller. On the other hand, when the angle of paper with the beam is of more degree, the area occupied by the beam is larger. Now just we will see sun rays coming towards the earth travel in straight lines. However, as the earth is spherical, these are not perpendicular to all the part of the earth's surface. What happens, in some parts they are perpendicular, whereas in other parts they are slanting. Let us see what effect it has on the earth. The perpendicular rays occupy less area. The part where the rays occupy lesser area receives bright sunshine and greater heat. Hence, the surface there gets heated more and the air becomes hotter. Now we will talk about the slant rays. The slant rays occupy a larger area. You can see in the second diagram. In this area, sunlight appears less bright and there is less heat. Hence, the surface there gets less heated and the air too is less hot. The region, now see, you have to do it yourself. Just we will see, go through it. The region marked with letter A, now you can see here, receives perpendicular rays, while the region marked with the alphabet B receives slant rays. And in the region marked with C, the rays are extremely slanting. You can see here. Now, students, using a scale, measure the lengths of the lit up portions on the Earth's surface in A, B and C regions. Measure the width of the rays shown between the Earth and the Sun. Considering the parallels of latitude marked in the figure, tell the regions where the temperature will be high, moderate and low. Now see, when we will discuss about this, you will get the answer. The temperature will be high in the regions receiving perpendicular sun rays. The temperature will be moderate in the regions receiving slant sun rays. The temperature will be low in the regions receiving extremely slanting sun rays. With the first experiment, we can make out this observation, children. Now, sun rays falling on the earth are straight and parallel to each other. However, we have seen that due to the spherical shape of the earth and the resultant curvature of the surface, they occupy a larger or lesser area. This leads to unequal distribution of the heat received from the sun, resulting in decreasing temperature from the equator to the north and south poles. Based on the distribution of temperature, the earth can be divided into torrid. Now, you can see here, children, it is displayed over here. Just see that it is divided into torrid. The area I will be showing you. Torrid, temperate and frigid or tropical, temperate and polar regions. Though latitude is the main factor, there are other factors also which influence the distribution of temperature. However, their effects are limited to a particular region. Now, these factors are as follows. Now, we will see some factors which are responsible. Nearness to the sea, continentality, height above the mean sea level, and physical setup of a region are factors that lead to diversity in the climate of different regions. Other than these factors like cloud cover, winds, vegetation cover, urbanization, industrialization, etc., also influence the local climate. Now, here you have to use your brain power. Tell if the following statement is right or wrong. You have to give reasons also. Now, here the question is, in order to understand the climate of a region, the latitudinal extent is more useful than the longitudinal extent. Here it is asked. So, answer to this question is, now see the statement here will become, the given statement is right. Why it is right? We will give the reason also. Temperature does not change as per longitudes. Temperature changes as per latitudes. The temperature decreases from the equator to the north and south